Cabinet has decided to also declare the following 2 districts as coronavirus hotspots. And these are the Sarah Baartman district and secondly the Garden Route district. This all means that the same additional restrictions that we applied to Nelson Mandela Bay will apply in these districts with immediate effect from midnight tonight and will continue until we see a clear and sustained decline in infections. Cabinet has decided that further restrictions need to be imposed nationwide from midnight tonight with immediate effect. Firstly, we will ensure that there is stricter enforcement of existing Alert Level 1 restrictions throughout the country during the festive season and beyond. This includes the requirement that drivers and operators of any form of public transport must ensure that all passengers who get into their vehicle must wear a mask. The managers or owners of buildings or places or premises, including retail stores, shopping centers, and government buildings, are obliged by law to ensure that all customers who enter their facilities or buildings must wear a mask. The responsible individuals who do not ensure compliance with the regulations by their passengers, customers, or employees will be liable to a fine or to imprisonment of up to 6 months. We are taking measures to reduce the risk of super spreading events. The current restrictions on the size of gatherings do not do enough to prevent crowding in the current situation where new cases are rising rapidly. Therefore, gatherings, including religious gatherings, may not be attended by more than 100 people for indoor events and 250 for outdoor events. At all times, and particularly in smaller venues, the total number of people in a venue may not exceed more than 50% of the capacity of the venue. Due to the potential for transmission, all post-funeral gatherings, the so-called after-tears parties, are prohibited. In the areas with the highest rate of infection, beaches and public parks will be closed for the duration of the festive season from the 16th of December to the 3rd of January. This will apply specifically to all of the Eastern Cape, as well as the Garden Route district in the Western Cape. In KwaZulu-Natal beaches and public parks, this will be closed on what are traditionally the busiest days of the season. And these days are the 16th of December, the 25th, the 26th, 31st of December, as well as the 1st and the 2nd and the 3rd of January 2021. The beaches and public parks of the Northern Cape and the Western Cape, with the exception of the Garden Route, will remain open to the public over the festive season. Festivals, live music, live performances at beaches are prohibited. Beaches and parks that are open to the public will only be open between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. The situation will be monitored daily by local authorities to ensure compliance with the regulations on gatherings and the prohibition of the sale and consumption of alcohol. In instances where there are large crowds or poor compliance with safety measures, specific beaches and recreational parks will be closed. National and provincial parks and other parks where access control measures and entry limitations are already in place may remain open to the public. The hours of the curfew will be longer, starting at 11 p.m. and ending at 4 a.m. Non-essential establishments, including restaurants and bars, will have to close at 10 p.m. so that staff and patrons, that is customers, can go home before the enforcement of the curfew. The curfew is meant to prevent gatherings that go on late into the night and into the morning, while enabling restaurants, bars, and taverns to continue to operate and earn an income. We should all remember that the hours of curfew also apply to Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. This means that we will all need to make changes to the way in which we celebrate these occasions. The sale of alcohol from retail outlets will only be permitted between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. from Monday to Thursday. Registered wineries and wine farms may continue to offer tastings and wine sales to the public for off-site consumption over weekends. This exception is being made due to the vital contribution of these establishments to the tourism sector in several parts of the country. Alcohol consumption in all public spaces, such as beaches and parks, is strictly prohibited. We will not allow large numbers of people congregating in any one place without proper controls or proper protocols being in place.